It is time for your ultimate 2025 rebrand, and this is not your ordinary video or podcast episode if you're listening. What I'm sharing with you is different than any other video that you have ever seen because we're using astrology and human design to make sure that you're getting your dream life at lightning speed next year. I want to make sure that you're living your wildest dreams in 2025, and these secrets are going to do it. So let's dive in. The first thing that I want to dive into with you are vision boards. And I know you're like, you said it would be different. Why are we talking about vision boards? Because the way that we're doing vision boards here is completely different than anybody else is doing them. Because we're going to use your human design chart to make sure that your vision board is way more effective and actually manifests in your life. So what I want you to do right now is look up your human design chart and look for the bottom right arrow. I will also be linking my vision board creation video in the description in the comments. So if you need a little bit more detail, if you need a little bit more explanation, make sure to check out that video. But once you have your chart and you look at that bottom right arrow, you know if it's facing left or right. And this is going to be the ultimate game changer for you. Why, you might ask? Because knowing where that bottom right arrow is facing is going to tell you if you need to be specific or non-specific in your manifestation. And that is going to change the way that you create your vision board. If your bottom right arrow is facing right, then it is like mine. So you're a non-specific manifestor. And non-specific manifestors don't need to get that detailed. They don't need to be that specific. Obviously, you hear it in the name. So what it is about for you is about the vibe, about the feeling. So looking up pictures that make you feel good, that represent the feelings and the emotions that you want to evoke with those pictures. It doesn't matter if all the details are right. It doesn't matter if it is really specifically exactly like the things that you want. You might not even really know what exact car you want. You might not even know what your house is supposed to look like. Maybe you only know you want to live by the ocean, or you only know that you want a certain car like a Porsche or a Ferrari. So you only know that this is what you want, but you don't have the specifics yet. And that is not a problem, babe, because when you're non-specific manifestor, it is all about that feeling and having a general sense of what you want. So make sure that when you're non-specific manifestor, to just look up pictures that evoke the emotions that you want to create in your life, and just look at general pictures that represent the things that you want to create in your life. If your arrow is pointing left though, this is something completely different. You need to be a little more structured and, of course, as the name says, more specific. So when you're a specific manifestor, this is all about going into the nitty-gritty details. So for you, you need to look at pictures and look up pictures that are exactly like the things that you want. You might even want to Photoshop yourself into some of these pictures. What can also help if you structure your vision board a little bit differently, because I'm a non-specific manifestor, I just do them the way that it feels good for me. I will mix them up. I don't really have a category. But when you're a specific manifestor, it can help to put structure into your vision board by deciding on categories. So maybe career, love, finances, and then putting those pictures that represent what you want in those areas of life together in one area. This will make this more clear, more structured, and help you with being specific in what you want to manifest. And I promise you that this is going to be the ultimate game changer. Knowing if you're non-specific or a specific manifestor in human design will help you not only with creating your vision boards, but with your manifestation process in general. At the end of the day, I've been doing vision boards for over 9 years now, and they have all manifested. But the thing is, I want to make it easy for you. I want to make it more effective, and I want to make it faster for you. So do this, and I promise you, your vision board is actually going to come true in 2025. For this next part, once you have the vision board that you like, that you're in love with, we want to go even further. And you need to ask yourself the question, when I look at all these goals that I have them now on my vision board, what beliefs do I need to support that version of myself? So you will look at the things that you have put on there, whether it's a nice house, it's a car, it's a family, it's love, it's money, whatever it is that you want, you know that you need to step into a new version of yourself. yourself. Maybe you need to become more confident. Maybe you need to work on your knowledge of finances, or you need to go on more dates. Whatever it is that you know you need to do to achieve your goal, it is now about making sure that you have the beliefs to really help you create that, because at the end of the day, your beliefs drive your actions. And that is the problem. What happens a lot of times when people are really excited and so excited for the new year, for the changes, but then they fall off at some point. And it is not that you're lazy, it is not that you're unmotivated, it is not that you're not good enough. It is actually that you don't have the beliefs that you need to support those new actions, to support that new self for you, and really give you that push and those beliefs that help you step into that new version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, your beliefs drive your actions. Whatever you believe about yourself and the world is going to be reflected back to you. So to make this easier for yourself, ask yourself that question. Like I said, what beliefs do I need to implement to help me create this vision for my life? Write down whatever beliefs come to mind, write them all down. The next thing that I want you to do is take maybe 10 to 15 of these specific beliefs that you need to manifest that vision for your life, and put them as your wallpaper for your phone. And the way that I like to do it is I like to take a really nice picture of myself, because my birthday is on December 30th. This is always my photo shoot moment. I will do my photos then, and I will take a photo that I love and put those beliefs around myself. So I will have me, and then I will put those beliefs that I want to believe about myself and that I want to implement for the new year around me. I will put them right in there and make that my new phone background. Why is that so effective? Because this is going to be there every day. You're going to repeat those beliefs again and again. You're going to look at them every day. The amount of times you look at your phone, I know, crazy, but use it for good. Use it to implement those new beliefs so you can actually create those things that you want to desire, and really step into that new version of yourself way faster. Now we got those basics down. You have your vision board, you know what you want, and you have your belief board, the way that I like to call it, set as your wallpaper on your phone, or you can do it on your laptop as well, wherever you see it. You can even put those beliefs as post-its around your mirror. But as soon as you have your vision board and your belief board, we're going to get into those fun astrology hacks. And the first thing that I want you to do is look up your North Node, because your North Node is your point of destiny and potential. Stepping into this energy will make you more magnetic and will help you in embodying that self, that future self that already has everything that you desire. Because when we talk about manifestation and bringing the things that we want to life, we always talk about stepping into that version of ourselves who thinks, walks, talks, and behaves the way that you would if you already had all of your desires. So to make that easier for yourself and to fast track this process and actually get your answers on how to do it, because I feel like a lot of times it can be very unspecific. You feel like you're lost. You're like, okay, how do I do that? I don't know how to behave like the person that already has the things that I desire. So to fix that, you're going to look at your North Node, and I will link the video that I did on your North Node in the description and the comments, so you can understand your North Node deeper. But once you know what your North Node represents, for me, that is my Leo North Node. So for me, it is all about stepping into the spotlight, and I have it in my third house. So I need to speak, I need to be creative, I need to write, I need to be confident in my communication and refine my communication style. I need to be very expressive and step into the spotlight. That is the short version for you. But just look up your North Node, understand it more deeply, and work on implementing the characteristics of your North Node, and that will help you in embodying that future self and actually magnetize everything that you want to you. Now, of course, that is not everything. We're going to dive even deeper, because I have some more juicy tips and secrets for you. So once you have your vision board, your belief board, and you have your North Node, it is time to dive into creating a playlist for that version of yourself that you want to become. So the thing that I love to do is to put artists into that playlist that have either placements in my North Node sign. So for example, like I said, I have a Leo North Node, so I like to put artists into my playlist that have a Leo Mars, that have a Leo Moon, a Leo Sun, so are in some way connected and have a placement in Leo. So I love Meg Thee Stallion, so this is great for me. I love her songs, so she is definitely in my playlist for embodying that hottest, smartest, most unstoppable self. And I also, a little extra tip, like to put people into that playlist that have the same Venus sign as I do, because Venus is connected to allure, to magnetism, to beauty, also to self-worth, to boundaries, to owning who you are, to owning your standards. And because it is also going to be a Venus year in 2025, what better year than to dive into your Venus energy more in 2025? So what I'll do is I will look up artists who have my North Node signs placement, so who have a Leo Mars, Leo Moon, whatever, and who have the same Venus sign as me. So for example, Doja Cat has a Scorpio Venus as I do, so she will also be in that embodying my sexiest, hottest, and smartest self in that playlist. I will look up the charts of the people I like to listen to and be very specific with what artists I put in there, because I want them to really amplify those energies for me and make it even easier for me to step into that magnetic energy. And this playlist will be your holy grail throughout the year, because when you have those moments of doubt, when you have those moments of uncertainty, it is time to listen to that playlist. Honestly, it is always time to listen to that playlist, because you want to get into that mode, into that energy every day, all day. So you can listen to it when you wake up, when you go to sleep, I don't care. But especially in moments where you start to doubt or where you're unsure, put on that playlist and get into that energy. This is going to be so helpful, because music is an integral part of our lives, and music goes way deeper than just our conscious mind. Music moves us. Music helps us overcome certain emotions. Music really helps put us into a new state. So that is what I want for you. So whenever you need to pick me up, whenever you need motivation, whenever you need to reminded of your power and what you want to achieve, put on that playlist. Now, for this last part, I really want to get a little bit more practical, because what I did now was really focus on the energetics part first. Because at the end of the day, when you want to change, when you want to become a new version of yourself and create your dream life, it is about becoming a different person. So a person with new beliefs, a person with new habits. And this is where this point comes in, because now it is time to ask yourself what the habits are of the person who you want to become. Because maybe you want to become someone who's really into fitness, so you want to work out more, or you want to become more connected with your inner voice, so you want to meditate every day. So you need to ask yourself, look at your vision board, look at the things that you want to achieve in 2025, and ask yourself, what are the habits that I need to implement in 2025 to make that vision happen? Because at the end of the day, it is about your beliefs and the way that you think about yourself, but it is also about taking inspired action. So making sure that you know what habits support that version of your life is going to be key. But what I really want you to understand is that when it comes to implementing these new habits, it is not about overwhelming yourself, and it is not about stressing yourself out. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. You don't need to do an hour of a workout. You don't need to do hour meditation to really make your dream life happen. You can start small, and sometimes the biggest changes are in starting small. So make sure that you get consistent in practicing those habits, even if it is only for 5 minutes. I started to implement breath work into my life in 2025 more and more. This was something that I really wanted to do. And what I did was I started small with just 5 minutes of breath work every day. This goes so easy. Even before you want to fall asleep, you're like, okay, I'm going to do a little breath work session, and I will just do 5 minutes of breath work. On other days, I'm more motivated or have more time, and I will do half an hour. I will do an hour. So asking yourself what you have the capacity for, and also not judging yourself. It is enough if you do it every day for 5 minutes, or even if you're saying, I want to meditate more often, and you start with 3 times a week or doing it every 2 days. Just make sure that when you implement those habits, to not stress yourself out and to make it so big that you don't start. Start small, make that consistency something that you can really do and implement in your life. So look at weekly habits, monthly habits, daily habits. What can you implement right now? What do you have the capacity for? And that is actually going to transform your life in bigger ways that you can even imagine, instead of putting onto yourself this long list of doing things for 5 hours every day. This is going to overwhelm you and not help you actually change. So make sure that you get your key habits down, that you know what you need to implement, and then make sure that you have a minimum amount that you need to get every day, every week, every month to hit those goals for yourself and to implement those habits. And you can steadily increase them and make it easier for yourself to get really used to it and to really become that version of yourself that lives your dream life with ease. I think it is really important to understand that this is supposed to be fun at the end of the day, and this is supposed to be sustainable for you. It's not supposed to stress you out even more and make you feel not good enough about yourself, because a lot of times I think that happens when we're in the self-development world, where we get so obsessed with self-optimization that we lose ourselves, that we lose our joy. So make sure that you also put creative time into your day, that you also put time to just enjoy, and don't beat yourself up if you're missing a day of your habits. It is all about getting back into it, about having fun and supporting you, because I always love to say it is devotion over discipline. And for me, what that means is it is about being devoted to your goals. It is about knowing what you want, who you want to be, what you want your life to look like, and that you're devoted to that vision. And because of your devotion, you are ready to do those things. You are ready to do uncomfortable shit that you might not otherwise do. But at the same time, you're supposed to enjoy life, and you're not supposed to make yourself feel bad every and each day. So make sure that you really get devoted to your goals, that you have fun, that you get out of your comfort zone, that you stretch yourself, but that you enjoy this process. And my last little hack, especially if you have any Aquarius placements, make sure that you download a habit tracking app and tick those boxes, because this will reward something deep down in your brain. It is going to do something for you, and it is going to give you those good and happy feelings that you achieved something. And seeing those boxes ticked off and seeing the way that you're consistent and then you're showing up for yourself is going to be so powerful. At the end of the day, this journey is for you. Show up for you, be consistent for you, because you deserve it. That is all, my love. I hope that you enjoy the start into this beautiful new year, that you enjoy becoming this new version of yourself. And if you loved this episode, then make sure to like it, to follow, to subscribe. And I am so excited to see you for the next video.